Welcome to the American Education Report. A new survey shows that support for the controversial Common Core education standards is continuing to slip. National support for Common Core has dropped by 25% in the past 2 years, according to a survey released recently. The poll showed that 49% of those contacted supported the standards, compared to 35% opposed and 16% with no opinion. That support number is down from 65% in 2013 and 53% last year. This is according to Education Next, an academic journal, and the Program on Education Policy and Government at Harvard's Kennedy School. The findings are based on interviews with 4,083 people. It took place from May 21st to June 8th. The national survey shows that disenchantment with the new benchmarks in reading, writing, and math among teachers is a key reason for the slippage nationwide. It shows that 40% of teachers nationally support Common Core, down from 76% in 2013. Parents back Common Core with 47% in favor, 41% opposed, and 11% with no opinion, the survey showed. Education Next said that Democrats backed the standards by a wide margin over Republicans, 57% to 37%. And charter schools are much in the news recently. In St. Louis, they announced the opening of a number of new schools, including one that has a focus on new curriculum and gender. Mayor Francis Slay marked the start of the school year recently by greeting 6th and 7th graders at Hawthorne Leadership Academy, a charter school for girls that focuses on science, technology, engineering, and math education. Hawthorne is the only public school in Missouri exclusively for girls, and it's among the 8 charter schools that are opening this year, giving parents more education options in a city that's been short of high-performing schools. For nearly 9 years, the mayor and his office have worked to cultivate a crop of charter schools. The work has involved pressuring low-performing charters to close and using a rigorous application process to encourage only promising new ones to open. In that time, the number of high-performing charter and district schools has doubled in the past 5 years. Charter school performance has improved significantly. In 2014, 14 out of 18 education agencies that operate charter schools in St. Louis performed well enough to be considered fully accredited by the state. Those agencies operate 17 of 24 of the schools. Efforts to increase the number of good charter schools, combined with the district's efforts to open more high-performing magnet schools and preschool programs, in 2014 led to the first increase in overall public school enrollment in St. Louis in 50 years. And North Carolina is heralding the opening of the first virtual charter schools. Some North Carolina students will make history when they return to school soon. They won't set foot in a classroom. Instead, they'll learn from home as part of the state's new virtual charter school pilot program. Charter schools receive state funding and are governed by nonprofit organizations, which sometimes contract with private management companies to run daily operations. Lawmakers in North Carolina instructed the State Board of Education to launch the 4-year program in the upcoming school year. The pilot could be altered or expanded after that 4-year trial run. 2 schools have received the green light to launch their virtual academic programs. Both plan to eventually serve students through 12th grade. They can have 1,500 students this year and grow to 2,500 students by the 4th year. Officials said that virtual charter schools offer learning options for students and parents that aren't possible in traditional public schools. Online learning will be supplemented by clubs and field trips to allow students to interact with each other. The move is not without controversy, however, as critics question the quality and accountability of virtual charter schools. The virtual charter schools in North Carolina will receive $4,523 to $7,564 in state funding per student, depending upon where the student lives. That's it for now. For more, you can go to AmericanEdTV.com and be sure to visit our YouTube channel. And for breaking news, make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter.